When the leaks came out that Rosario Dawson was playing Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian, a few thoughts popped into my head. First, I really hope they get her look right, and for the most part they did. Second, I hope she reminisces about her time in the Clone Wars. She did. And third, there's no way they signed Rosario Dawson for the role just to have her appear in 1 or 2 episodes of The Mandalorian. Lucasfilm addressed that last one in December when they announced that there would be an Ahsoka series on Disney+. But will we see Anakin's former padawan in other shows, and maybe movies? I think we might, and one of the shows that makes the most sense is Andor. Before we get to that, I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of different templates for my videos. In this video, I'll be using Battlefront 2 gameplay, sprinkling in various images related to the topic at hand. My goal is to try to tie everything in my channel together. Streaming Battlefront 2 is a big part, but not the only part of what I do. Let me know in the comments what you think about this approach. I'll be fine-tuning my videos based partly on the feedback I get in the comments. So, on to Andor and how Ahsoka could appear in the series. Both Ahsoka and Cassian Andor had somewhat similar roles in the Rebellion. As Fulcrum agents, they were spies, dealing in information valuable to the rebel cause. They also acted as recruiters. Bail Organa kept their identities a secret, and it appears that Fulcrum agents did not even know who each other were. If this is true, then a face-to-face meeting between Ahsoka and Andor might not make sense. Not only that, but it appears that the Andor series will take place around 5 BBY, a few years before he took on the Fulcrum title. So perhaps Ahsoka was the one who recruited him. If that is the case, then she probably would not have shown her identity to Andor. Or would she? So how could we end up seeing Rosario Dawson in the series as Ahsoka Tano? There are a couple ways it could happen. First, maybe Andor gets on the Rebellion's radar because Ahsoka meets him and realizes he could be a valuable asset. Though she is a spy and keeps her Fulcrum identity a secret, I don't think that means she doesn't have any contact with other people. Seeing the two meet at a cantina somewhere would be cool to see in either a flashback or maybe the beginning of the series. At no point in this meeting would Ahsoka make it obvious that she was a rebel sympathizer. But if Cassian gave her a reason to believe he was, then she could have passed that information on to Bail Organa, who could have decided to recruit him. A more likely option, though, is that the two never met. Well, we'll see Bail Organa having a conversation with Andor. When he gets done with that, he has another conversation with someone else. When that conversation is over, it is revealed that he was talking to Ahsoka Tano. Considering that it appears that Disney Plus is going to have little connections here and there between all the series, this scene would be a nice reminder to fans that The Mandalorian and Andor both exist within the same overall story. These are just a couple ways that Ahsoka could appear in Andor. However, do I think that Ahsoka will appear in the series? Well, I wouldn't put money on it. However, I do think she'll appear in something other than her own series. I really believe that Lucasfilm will try to mimic the MCU in some ways. With how much Marvel has surpassed Star Wars in the eyes of the general public, Disney has to realize that one approach worked, while the other not so much. Part of what makes the MCU so great is how connected everything is. Little cameos here and there remind the fans that yes, characters like Ant-Man and Falcon exist in the same universe. I believe Disney will aim for that same kind of connectivity with Lucasfilm. Fennec Shand appearing in The Bad Batch is just one of the pieces of evidence that that is the path they are taking. Having Ahsoka appear in a show like Andor just makes a lot of sense. What do you think? Could Ahsoka appear in Andor? Would it make more sense for her to be in other shows like Obi-Wan Kenobi? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And as always, may the Force be with you.